When was the last time someone looked at you, really looked at you, and said, "You matter, you are seen," and everything you gave was worth it? If you are struggling to remember, this is for you. Because today, right now, in this moment, somebody is finally going to say it. Not because it is easy, not because the world makes space for these words anymore, but because you have waited long, enough to hear them, and you deserve them more than you will ever fully know. You came up in a time when strength meant silence, when you did not complain, when you did not ask for help, when you showed up to the job, to the family, to the community, no matter what you were carrying inside. You paid your taxes. You raised your children. You buried your parents. You showed up to funerals and weddings and graduations, and every ordinary Tuesday in between with everything you had. And when life knocked you down, and it did, it knocked you down more times than anyone around you ever knew, you got back up quietly and kept going, because that is what your generation did. That is who you are. But here is what nobody talks about. That kind of strength, the quiet, unasked, unrecognized kind, it costs something. It costs enormously. And now you are sitting in a country that moves faster than you were built to follow, in a world that worships youth and novelty and constant reinvention. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, you started to wonder if maybe, your time has passed. If maybe the things you gave and the life you lived and the person you simply do not fit anymore into this loud and rushing world. And that feeling, that quiet, devastating feeling of no longer belonging to the place you helped build, that is the thing nobody in America is talking about. But we are going to talk about it right now. America told you a story. It said work hard and you will be rewarded. It said sacrifice now and enjoy later. It said build something and it will last. And you believed it, because your generation believed in things. You believed in chestnut and commitment, and the idea that a life well lived would speak for itself at the end. And you did live it well. Nobody can take that from you. But the reward they promised, the golden years, the rest, the recognition, it did not quite look the way they said it would. The children grew up and moved to other states. The friends got sick or passed away. The retirement that was supposed to feel like freedom sometimes feels like a sentence of silence. You did not choose and did not deserve. And the hardest part, the part that sits heaviest in the chest at the end of a long quiet day, is that nobody seems to notice. The world rushes past you like a river around a stone. The grandchildren are busy with their screens. The neighbors do not stop to talk the way they used to. The doctor gives you 12 minutes and a prescription, and moves on to the next patient. And you sit there, full of stories, full of wisdom, full of a lifetime of experience that could fill libraries. And you wonder if any of it matters to anyone anymore. It does. It matters more than this broken and distracted world currently has the capacity to show you. You are not invisible. You are not outdated. You are not a burden on a system or a problem to be managed or a chapter that has already ended. You are the foundation. You are the reason the people around you have the lives they have today. Every value your children carry, every work ethic your grandchildren were taught, every sacrifice that made the next generation possible, that came from you. It came from your hands and your choices and your silent, unending love. You do not get credit for it the way you should, but it is yours. All of it is yours. So hear this, and let it reach the part of you that stopped expecting to be seen a long time ago. You matter. Not because of what you can still do or what you can still provide or how useful you can still be to the people around you. You matter simply because you are here, because you lived, because you loved, because you survived things that would have broken lesser souls and you came out the other side still standing, still feeling, still capable of watching a sunset and finding it beautiful. That is not nothing. That is everything. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to sit at a table where someone asks about your life and actually waits for the answer. You deserve phone calls that are not just about logistics. You deserve grandchildren who sit beside you and ask about the world you grew up in. You deserve a country that honors what you gave it instead of quietly moving on the moment you stopped being productive. You deserve all of it. And the fact that you are not always getting it is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of a world that has forgotten something essential about what it means to be human. Every elder in America deserves to hear this today. You are not forgotten by the universe even when you feel forgotten by the world. You are seen. You are valued. You are loved. And everything, every single thing you gave was worth it. You found this video for a reason. Stay with us. Follow Ageless Dream, because here you are always seen, always heard, and never alone.